Look, it's involuntary, all right? People snap their fingers at other people. There's something in me snaps.
Dr. Scanlon!
Watch it, Scanlon.
Dr. Birch, to OR, Dr. Stephen Birch.
Someone should enlighten that pit bull. I can make him disappear like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Look, what are you doing?
Yelling at that jerk isn't going to solve any problems. He wants to tick you off. Do you want to give him that satisfaction?
No, I'll tell you what I want to give him.
You don't give up, do you?
No, I guess I don't.
Joe, could you try? Because the alternative is pretty harsh. They take away your stethoscope. I'd have to shun you.
Stop making me laugh.
What are you going to do next time he snaps his fingers at you? Come on.
Wait till you're out of earshot and then make him regret it.
You didn't hear a thing I said, did you?
Oh, now I do. Sorry, I was just having trouble concentrating for a minute.
Well, it looks like it's gonna be you and me after all.
Are you eating that?
Oh, not anymore.
Good. Then my strong, handsome son has time to help unload his groceries.
Ma, both of you sons are gainfully employed. We can buy our own food.
Buying and shopping are two different animals. You can pay me later.
Sure.
So, are you going to tell me what's wrong with you and Julie, or am I going to have to worm it out of you?
No, it's not Julie. It's her father.
Well, what's wrong with him?
He's in town on a visit. I've only met the guy once, but something about him rubs me the wrong way.
You don't tell me what to do anymore.
I will do what I need to do.
Julie, hi. What are you doing in here?
I was looking for you.
Eve? I have to go. Wait, I heard arguing before I came in here, and I know it stopped when I came in. So who's going to tell me what this is all about?
Who died?
Dr. Bissell, the fertility specialist who did Dominique's in vitro.
What?
I can't believe this. The only person who could prove that Serena is Dominique's.
Well, when? When did this
They
happen?
said about a year ago.
Well, did they say how she died?
I can tell you that.
Would somebody say something? Look, it's kind of hard to admit when you're arguing with somebody's dad. Thanks, Eve. Next hurdle. Why were you arguing? Well, I was just suggesting to Dr. Bennett Devlin here that he may be making things unnecessarily hard for you by staying on in Port Charles. I think I can deal with this by myself. I know, but I just thought that it might be better for the truth to come from someone that's outside the family. And my mouth always seems to get me into trouble. I think this is one of those times.
That's okay. No harm done. I'm just glad to see somebody's looking out for my daughter.
Dad, people are going to have a strong reaction to you being a consultant here, whether they know we're related or not.
You're being extremely diplomatic.
What I'm trying to say is, I have to tell people I'm your daughter.
That's kind of an about face, isn't it?
I think it's the only way out.
Well, Jules, I know I got you into this fight.
No, you didn't.
I've got to say that, I don't know what kind of effect it's going to have for you to make this kind of an announcement now. It's going to look opportunistic.
In what way?
I'm joining Dr. Boardman and the interns in surgical rounds tomorrow.
I thought you were here as a guest lecturer, seminars.
Alan suggested it this morning. That's why I was looking for you. I mean, I just wonder what it would be like to make that kind of a disclosure now, that's all.
But they're friends. So, Dr. Devlin, what is the proper course of action?
So that's what's been bothering you.
Well, I'm okay with it now. It's not like she's a different person.
No, of course. But where did she come up with Morris?
Well, it's her mother's maiden name. She wanted to see if she could make it medicine without her father's name.
No kidding.
Julie wanted you to know, and I wanted to be the one to tell you because I knew the first thing you'd want to do is drag her down to Father Wasaki to confess. And, I may as well tell you, she's not Catholic either.
Well, nobody's perfect. What?
What have you done with my mother?
No, I mean it. Any woman who'd try to succeed without relying on a rich relative has my vote, and she's a clean poker player. That tells you a lot about a person. I like her even better.
I'm glad.
So what's the problem with this father of hers?
I just don't think that he sees the same person that we do. And she's right in the middle of surgical rotation.
Oh, well, he couldn't have picked a worse time to show up.
Exactly.
You gonna cool it with Dr. Boardman?
Absolutely.
Great.
Got something better.
Joe,
Dr. Boardman, can I have a minute? Begin. Listen, what happened before? I apologize. I don't know what got into me.
No harm done. This time.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure I get more sleep from now on.
And you should. Especially tonight, in light of the fact that Bennett Devlin will be joining me for walkarounds tomorrow.
Bennett Devlin, really?
You heard it here.
Well, thanks for the advance warning.
Dr. Smith, 5017.
so how'd it go?
He must have humans somewhere in his background.
One morning of Devlin's trademark torture, they'll think I'm a weekend in the Hamptons.
You know, he's just trying to push you around to see what you would do.
Well, I'm not just pulling a Ramsey to get through the next few weeks.
Joe, you'd never be Chris Ramsey. Come on.
But what are the rest of us supposed to do? I mean, I hate to destroy a fine old tradition of sucking up to one's superiors, but this guy, something about him,
You know, we could make him pay in varied yet subtle ways.
Now you're speaking my language. Speak on.
Well, you know how Boardman likes his AM cup of apple juice, don't you?
Yeah?
I'm having visions of him getting his little delivery from a specimen cup.
You're sick.
I know. That's the only way I could get to sleep at night.
Well, I'll try it. Thanks for, helping me out before.
You do the same for me. Hey, Joe, can I have a minute? Yeah, I gotta go anyway.
All right, bye. So what's up?
I just caught the last round of Scanlon versus Boardman.
Oh, Grace, no lectures, please.
Are you kidding? I've been wanting to tell that jerk off ever since I started. Me and every other woman on staff.
You mean it's not just the interns?
No way. See, if you're not meat or furniture, you're there to take the blame or change the bedpan.
I think you're crazy about the guy.
Yeah. That's why I had to tell you. He's setting you up.
It was a canoeing accident.
Yeah, that's right. She drowned.
Not an easy way to die.
Well, how do you know this?
I knew Sheila Bissell. We were friends. Acquaintances, really. She never really took to living here. She kept to herself. She got a good offer from a hospital in Washington State, so she took it.
Did she die alone?
As far as I know.
And Tony said she was the only one that could prove that it was Dominique's egg. You know, maybe this wasn't some freak accident.
What are you saying?
You know what I'm saying. This was no boating accident. Rex Stanton did it.
Hey, can your daughter guess what's new in Quaker Instant Oatmeal?
Get any easier.
Okay, talk to me.
Boardman's got a co-pilot for tomorrow's rounds.
Bennett Devlin, he already warned me about that.
Boardman doesn't do favors.
Okay, you're right. You got my attention.
Tomorrow's rounds are going to be a nightmare. So expect the unexpected, prepare for all.
Bad.
From what I've heard, Devlin makes Boardman look like Pollyanna on Prozac.
Okay, so what do I need to know?
Everything about everything. Know every patient on Boardman service cold, as if you were presenting them for grand rounds.
But each of us are only supposed to be responsible
Boardman draws no such distinction.
Okay, well, I guess I didn't need a night off.
Look, if it's written down, commit it to memory. The only way to beat a machine is to be a machine. Know your facts.
So what would I do without you, huh?
Suffer. More than usual. But listen, good luck. We're all counting on you.
Karen, listen, I just found something out.
Hey, I was hoping you'd be here. Can I walk you home?
Sounds perfect. I just have to sign out.
I spoke to my mom about your father. She thinks it's great you trying to make it on your own. Had to talk her out of putting up a plaque.
She's sweet.
What's wrong?
I just walked in on Eve arguing with my father.
Eve? I didn't even think she knew him that well.
She doesn't. She was telling him he's ruining my life by staying here. Can you believe that?
Well, what I can't believe is that Eve finally said something that I agree with.
We don't know that it was murder, and we don't know that Rex was involved.
Well, what do we know?
Well, Mac's still running checks, but this is what we have so far. What he told Lucy checks out. His full name, Gustav Bausch. His mother's name, Sten.
Where'd this Rex come from?
A nickname given him by Avery. Apparently his brother made a habit of treating Rex like the family dog.
Well, the family dog is rabid and should be shot dead.
I'm just filling you in. The Stanton boys had a rivalry from the day Rex was born. The boys got older, the wounds got deeper. Now, Rex eventually earned a chemistry degree, despite dropping out a couple of times. His school record says brilliant with no motivation towards scholastic achievement.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
With the chemistry degree, he went to work for a couple of pharmaceutical companies. After that, he became an investor. After several successful ventures, he became interested in Jack's Cosmetics.
Well, with a chemistry degree, he certainly knows how to use a hypodermic needle.
That's a definite possibility.
Well, he took Serena's blood. That psychopath put a needle in my daughter's arm.
This is Special Express delivery from Rex Stanton to Jack's Cosmetics legal counsel.
That's it.
Doc, we asked Rex to give us documentation of all the business activities he had for the company, basically in Europe.
Yeah, we said it was business, but we were trying to figure out where he was when Serena was kidnapped.
This is it. He's done it. He's given us notes, affidavits, even photocopies of his stamped passport, receipts.
I'll say this for the man, he's thorough.
According to this, then he was nowhere to be found when Dr. Bissell met her untimely death.
Okay, big surprise. He has done exactly what we thought he would do. Now what do?
We wait for his next move.
Oh, come on, I hate that answer.
Well, he's proven where he was, on paper at least. What would you take to the police?
Who said anything about going to the police? I know what this documentation is trying to hide. Rex kidnapped Serena, got Dr. Bissell out of the picture, and is pulling Danielle's strings.
Scott, would you just keep it down a notch? Okay, I don't want to upset Serena. Tomorrow's her big day, her first day of school.
Okay, well, thank you for your help. I will take it from here.
No, what are you gonna do? You gonna run over there and beat the truth out of Rex? Is that it?
Well, I'm not just gonna sit around and let him help himself to my daughter's inheritance.
Too late. It says here Rex is leaving town for a few days.
Oh, come on, we know what he's up to. We know what he's after here.
Nothing has really happened yet.
Oh, except for the fact that he stole my daughter and then asked for $5 million in return. He's trying to figure out a way to get the rest of the money. He cooked up this crazy scheme and Danielle and her egg, and he kills the only doctor that can prove that she's lying. If Danielle makes claim to Serena, she's going to make claim to the money. And I am not going to let that happen!
I'll be back.
Okay, thanks. Oh. Oh, hi. Hi. I thought you were upstairs cleaning up your dollhouse and everything.
I heard my daddy yell.
I'm sorry you heard that. It's just, Because he's angry. See, this messenger came and brought a business letter thing, and it kind of upset him, so he went outside to cool off. Hey, we should be thinking about what you're going to wear tomorrow for the first day of school.
Already did that.
Oh, right, okay. Lunchbox. That designer lunchbox, what are we going to fill it up with for lunch?
I want a story.
A story? Okay, which one?
The time that you and Daddy had to pretend to be Russian.
Oh, no, not the Russian story. Okay, come on. I had this great red Russian cape, right? And your dad had this terrible, terrible Russian accent. He sounded like, I don't know what, he sounded like he was from the Bronx or somewhere, and it didn't work at all.
Plotting your escape with Serena?
Well, do you blame me?
No. But there's no safe place to go, not with Rex watching your every move.
Yeah, but I've got to protect Serena.
I know, and we will. But we'll do it here. What do you have in Port Charles that you don't have anywhere else?
I know the drill. Family and friends.
But something even more important right now. Home court advantage. Now, if there's anyone who can use that for all it's worth, it's you.
Okay, so what aren't you telling me?
That I think things would be easier for you if your father wasn't in town.
Probably.
Maybe you should tell him that.
I've learned those who tell Bennett Devlin what to do live to regret it.
Even his own daughter?
You couldn't understand. You lucked out with Mary. She's a dream.
Well, that depends on what you had for dinner.
I heard that.
You're still here. How nice.
You'll eat those words after you taste the nice potato salad I made for the poker game. I use a special ingredient.
Which can only be found in my kitchen?
Oh, well, the condo kitchen's too efficient, no personality.
You know this place's secrets.
Cranky as hell, and I love it.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Messages.
So, Frank told you about...
Yes, he did. More power to you.
You understand?
Well, yeah, you know, I worked under my maiden name for years after I married Frank's father.
You did?
Yeah. I figured I was a wife and a mother and very happy at both. I mean, I had no problem with that, but I wanted something of my own. So at work, I was Mary Brennan. And then after he died, I wanted to be Mary Scanlon at work. His name over my heart.
Thanks.
So your father's in town. How is he at poker?
I don't even know if he plays cards.
Good. Bring him by.
Ma.
What? For potato salad.
Open up.
Uh-oh.
What in the...
Glad you're here.
What is all that?
Homework.
For what?
Rounds. We have exactly 12 hours to plan.
All this for Boardman?
And a Dr. Bennett Devlin, who's rumored to be a bigger sadist than Boardman.
If that's humanly possible.
What are you doing here?
Truce.
I thought that you might want to thank me for taking the rap with Julie today.
Actually, you know, I was surprised you did.
Well, I don't think she'd be able to accept the tarnished, wrinkled image of you that I've been privy to.
I'm so grateful.
I told you I did it for Julie.
Is this the second or the third face of Eve that I'm seeing? Because the woman that I knew couldn't see past herself.
Oh, Ben. You don't know the first thing about me.
You were so brave and you were so sure, and I found that so attractive. But it's difficult to be courageous these days, isn't it? Maybe I could do something to ease the situation.
What do you mean?
Well, it's got to be difficult sharing an apartment with Julia, especially now.
I can handle it.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have to. Maybe we should do something.
Like what?
Well, Well, there are any number of solutions, any of which is better for Julie. And for you.
Oh, right. And of course your concern is only for my feelings, not about protecting your image with your daughter.
You are very young, and you are very emotional. I'll grant you that. And perhaps the situation with Julie and I has made you feel, oh, what's the word, empowered. Well, don't be a fool, Eve. Be careful.
Or you'll what?
You're a smart girl. Figure it out.
Watch what happens on NYPD Blue, ABC Tuesday. Will Edmund's rage give Dimitri another reason to take Maddie away? Watch what happens on All My Children today.